Check out the latest Celtics Talk podcast for much more on tonight's game. You can find it on your favorite podcasting app or on YouTube. It is presented by 24autogroup.com. New England gets more at 24. Time now for the dunk and dunk of the game. It's all about the dunk. One of the best moments we've seen here in the last few years. Jayson Tatum's first 2 points of the night coming off the miss from Peyton Pritchard. That's your dunk and dunk of the game. Place went nuts. A few seconds later, he knocked down a three from the corner. Celtics, and it was a turn there because you had Dallas, who was in the lead, but the C's go in front right before halftime. They take that lead into the break and then just expand on that going into the second half. Meanwhile, Jayson Tatum finishing with 15 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists in 27 minutes. He is addressing the media right now. Let's take you to that. Jayson Tatum with his response to tonight's game.
Jason, when we've talked to you recently, you had said you weren't sure if you were going to come back this year or not. How did you kind of get to the point physically, in the headspace, mentally, to make this decision? And how did it feel kind of when you had that moment that when you realized you were going to come back and play for the Celtics this season?
I mean, it's a long process. It's a lot that goes into it, physically, emotionally, and mentally. It's the physical aspect, passing all your strength tests and things like that. It's a ramp up period, of conditioning and doing contact stuff and, heavy days, and then seeing how you feel the next day and respond, and, weeks of that. So it's just like, it's a long journey, and, it's not just an easy decision to make. It's a very serious thing that happened and that I had to overcome. And, this was a huge step, but I still got a long way to go. But this was a really big step for me.
Jayson, can you just walk us through how you felt out there? It seemed like you had some moments early on where maybe your legs weren't there and then you started to get going. Can you just walk us through like the whole process of how your game kind of came along?
I just felt really anxious. It's been a long time coming just to get to this point. Many nights and days I dreamed about this moment, and the anticipation, the crowd. It's been 42 and a half weeks since I played an NBA game. So, just trying to get caught up on the speed and everything. I just kind of felt like I was a step off or moving too fast. But, the game started to slow down as I just kind of relaxed a little bit.
Chris.
Jayson, I'm guessing you heard from a lot of people over the last 24 hours or so going into this game. I'm wondering if anybody said anything to you or texted you or anything that resonated with you going into this game.
I would just say a lot of people were, praying for me and, thoughtful text messages and reaching out, when they found out that I was going to return at some point this season and that it may be pretty soon. So it's a lot of people I'm thankful for, obviously, through these last 10 months, that have just kind of been there and checked on me, throughout this journey.
Gary.
Jayson, just how surreal was it to walk on the floor? I mean, you've probably been thinking about this for months. Like, it's going to happen. You're there. You've got somebody trying to score on you. You've got someone trying to stop you. Like, what did that feel like inside when you first walked out there?
I think it was a balance. It was really split down the middle. It was like a surreal feeling. But then it just kind of felt like I was, it felt normal. So that was really, promising for me. Not even just when the game started, just driving to the game, starting my routine, doing my pregame shooting. I knew it was a big moment, but everything just started to feel like really normal again.
It seemed like a couple of times you kind of smiled like, man, I can't believe I just did that. You missed your first 6 shots, then you had the putback dunk. Did that moment change anything for you? Did that make you feel more normal, give you more confidence? Like what went through that moment and then making your next 5?
I mean, it helped me relax a lot. You know, as a basketball player, when you take a lot of extended period of time off, you know, you're anxious, you want it really bad. And obviously, you know, I wanted to hit every shot I took, but I really was just kind of like grateful. I had a real sense of gratitude of just being back on the floor and playing basketball again. It just kind of brought me back to everything I've been through in the last 10 months. And the fact that I was able to even be out there today, you know, was like a really big win for me.
Jayson, what's the outlook like for you going forward? Are you going to be able to play every night the rest of the way? How's the minutes ramp up going to work here? Like, do you have a solidified plan for all that at this point?
Yeah, we got a plan. And, you know, it's just kind of, we have a plan, but obviously plans can change and, you know, just kind of day by day.
Jayson, back here. When you went down back in May, there was so much uncertainty about the future of this franchise, so much change even while you were out. What did you think at that moment, or I guess back then, where the direction of the franchise could go, where the direction of your career would go? And then looking back at that full circle, how do you feel now seeing that you guys are back towards the top of the East and you're back on the floor?
Yeah, I mean, there was a range of emotions, a range of thoughts in that moment. You know, I wasn't sure if what the future was going to hold. You know, because the start of last playoffs, you know, we felt like we had a 3, 4, 5 year run with that team of try to win as many championships as we could. And it all changed in the moment with that team, right? You know, we had to trade guys and things like that. So there was just a lot of uncertainty for me. I didn't know what was next. And, you know, there was a lot of doubt that crept in my mind at that time. Obviously the team looks totally different, than it did last year, but, you know, can't commend the group enough and the coaching staff of how they've, attacked this season, how they've competed and just, played together every single night. You know, I don't know if it's a team that's been more fun to watch this season, just, you know, play as a unit.
Jayson, Joe talked pregame about the vulnerability of this last 10 months for everybody, including yourself. And I just wonder, you have to live your life in the public eye, or most of your life in the public eye. I wonder what it's like to have to also live with that doubt in the public eye and that uncertainty about your body, which is what's given you this living, what's been enabled you to become the player you are and get the accolades that you have. And now it's really injured, like for real injured, and how you kind of compartmentalize that doubt with the push to get back on the court.
Yeah, I think, you know, I don't think any athlete thinks that they're ever going to get hurt. At least, you know, I didn't. It never crossed my mind. I felt like I did everything right, took care of my body, and I didn't cheat the game. So when it happened, it was I mean, literally knocked me on my ass. And it just kind of made me rethink a lot of things. And, you know, I had an idea of how my career was going to go. And, you know, one night it changed. And what I've realized is that, you know, we know many great athletes that have went through ups and downs in their career. But it's another thing to like live it. And, you know, not to say that the things I want to accomplish, are still in front of me. But, you know, how you get there, you know, looks different for everybody. So, you know, it's been tough. Obviously I can talk about it all day, but, I'm really just kind of happy I even got to this point.
Jayson, hello. We came from here. I come from Portugal. It's your return in this night. Can you? Did you notice any transformation in the connection with Nemias Queta? Is there a margin to improve the game inside court?
All right, so there's Jayson Tatum. We'll bring you more of that as we get through the night here, but we got to get to the Tommy Award.
Come on, you know I'm giving it to Jayson Tatum. After that speech, oh man, this and that. I went through all these things. I'm mesmerized by his superstarness. Jayson Tatum's going to win a Tommy Award because it can't be easy for anybody to take that much time off. It can't be easy for a role player to take that much time off. Jayson Tatum comes back as a star player, and he changed the trajectory of the Boston Celtics in one game. Did everything, and it started right there with that offensive rebound. And from there, he kind of just settled in. Got some work on the perimeter. I thought he passed the ball well. He almost got a triple-double. Had 12 rebounds all night long. And then this one right here, somebody's been working on his mechanics. That was smooth as silk. Here he is again, knocking down threes. So Jayson Tatum doing it all today, and we got to get him on the leaderboard. So Jayson Tatum's going to win the Tommy Award.
And that'll be Jayson Tatum's first.
There you go.
First Tommy Award of the season in his first game. 1 for 1.
There you go. Hey, batting 1,000.
And you made Max insert another row on the Tommy Award leaderboard as well. So good work out of you, Scal.
There we go.
All right. Celtics get the win 120-100. We're going to hear from Peyton Pritchard coming up next on Celtics Postgame Live.